his name is James Bazakos. We had a similar vision of wanting to create a wellness institute, a meditation center of sorts. So for a year, um, let's see, Alicia, I think I may be able to make you um, co-host. Can I do that? Let's see, make
She's
co-host.
just making me host.
Anyway, so for about a year, we're trying to figure out how to do that. And then we opened up a center and we hosted a lot of people. And we did that from 2017 up until 2019. And then I began teaching again in 2019. I've been at this for 33 years. Hard to even believe that. Some of you aren't even 33 years old. I just graced this earth with 61, I think, revolutions around planet Earth. And I love my life. I'm the happiest that I've ever been. I'm the most grounded that I've ever been. I'm the most successful that I've ever been. And my life is now about having everyone that's in my world, achieve what I've achieved and so much more. So I want to thank you all for being here. If you're here, you've been brought and drawn here by your spiritual guidance. I promise you that. The work that Alicia and I do, we don't advertise. We may put a post up on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, but this is basically our life's calling. And Alicia showed up one September day in 2018. We had a woman that was doing a sound bowl class here in the sanctuary, and she had these huge metal bowls. And Alicia's tiny little thing. Mm-hmm. And she was so small that she actually hopped in one of the bowls, and we have a fabulous picture of that. But we found out that the one thing that we had in common is both of our fathers were from South America, from Guyana. And so she's probably, other than my blood relatives, the person that's closest to me DNA-wise. But also for my soul DNA, she just felt like family. She felt like home. And she came in and single-handedly helped me, get online and learn about how to have an Instagram account and a monkey mail thing, MailChimp.
MailChimp.
And, not my thing. Okay, Astra's letting us know he's back. Hi, baby.
Oh, hi, kitty.
Hey, little boy.
Yeah.
Welcome home. I know.
Do you want to share about any of the quantifications of your success over the last few years or anything, just so people can get an idea of what you've pulled in, how you've transformed from literally making $200 a month with events to where you've grown to now, just so people can see and feel the impact of what you've established?
So we started in 2019, where I started teaching, and it was more like 2,000 a month. I don't think it was that paltry.
Yeah.
But, so when COVID hit in March of 2020, I had started a psychic development academy with a couple other psychics on Long Island here in New York. And it just made sense. I had done a training, an Akashic Records training. I became an advanced Akashic Records practitioner. And I was taught on a platform that was called Learn It Live, where you had a bunch of people in boxes like this. This was before Zoom became what it is today. And Spirit showed me that I was going to be teaching like this. And so one of the last master classes that we did, I had 150 people on the screen, where you fit 25 on a screen, you have to keep scrolling to see all the people in there. So the vision that they had shown me of, talking to hundreds of people this way absolutely came forth. But what happened was I went online and I started doing online coaching. And my business, my very first month of business, I made $63,000. And I was like, how is this even possible? Lucky to make half of that in a year, much less in a month. And in the past 2 years, almost 3 years now, I've made, in excess of $650,000 doing this type of business. And what I've been able to do is to marry, I always used to hear you can't have financial success as well as spiritual success. And I'm just, blowing holes in that all over the place. This is something where you are attuned to a certain frequency that will allow you to have tremendous success. If that's not what drives you, fine. But if that is what drives you, just know that that's available to you. And it's been stepping into the quantum realm. It's been stepping into aspects, going and talking, having conversations with, I recently had a conversation, a full-on conversation with a version of me who makes $12 million a year. And she said, "Would you like to meet the version of you that makes $60 million a year?" And I said, "No, I can't. I'm not ready for that." It was just too much life. So that's it's there. She's there. But really more than anything, what this is a being of service. So if your dream is to have an empire, like I want an empire for God, the tools and techniques that I teach help you to raise your frequency. And this program, Alicia and I put together a really incredible program for tonight. And then we have a program that we're going to be teaching uh, in December and January that's going to blow people's minds. But really, what this is about is allowing you to be the highest version of yourself rather than choosing ego by default, because that's how we were raised and that's what we learned. It's learning how to access in the quantum realm the highest aspects of yourself so that you can have everything that you've ever wanted in your life. And we're going to take you through exercises for that tonight. Alicia's going to lead us in a gorgeous meditation. She leads just remarkable meditations. And
Yeah.
Alicia, was there anything else?
I think one thing that I wanted to touch upon, just
Yeah.
hearing the story, hearing about your transformation, everything that you've kind of worked through to step into where you are today, that there's so many different barriers and obstacles that we could come across. And we're all multidimensional beings. There's so many layers to who we are, where sometimes we don't even realize how our traumas from the past are affecting our success today. And a lot of this work, a lot of embodying yourself, a lot of embodying your soul's purpose and really stepping into that is doing that inner work. And I feel like we all have our different types of medicine, you know, like there might be a particular speaker that you listen to, there might be a particular like healing modality that you kind of default to, like knowing that that's your toolkit. Like this process of expanding, of stepping into your purpose is like the ultimate spiritual challenge in a way, you know? It's like fully trusting and knowing that the universe will send you this like 3D means, which is, you know, that monetary value, but it's so much more than that, you know? It's energetics, it's understanding that money is an energy that comes where she's welcome to, you know? And I feel like a huge part of myself. So I'm a licensed hypnotherapist and I've been practicing for about 2 years now. For me, it was like really the deep generational traumas that also helped me to take those leaps because I recognize that all of the limiting beliefs of my family, like, oh, we can't have that, or we grew up poor, we grew up in this farmhouse, we did this, and even like the abuse and things like that, where it was trapping me in this mindset that I had that ceiling that I can only make money if I'm in a stable environment where it's something that was like a 9 to 5 job that like my parents approved of. I really got into that mindset and I realized how it was limiting me in so many ways. And when I was able to forgive my parents for the abuse, when I was able to really step into this realm of potentiality, it was like there's so many more expansive ways that I can live my life. And it was like moving beyond the structure of what those generational wounds were given to me, that I was really able to step into that quantum realm where I literally was like, these dreams that I had that I didn't think was possible, like being on the 30 under 30 list on Long Island Business News, like getting this house in Costa Rica. Like these are all things that I dreamed about that I did not believe was possible. Like I had to break through that barrier. And for me, the healing techniques that Lynn has taught me, and we're going to be diving into some of that today, these are what helped me to break past those barriers. And it's like if you have that desire, that light within your soul to give back to the collective, like we all have our own toolkit that we need to present to the world, you know? Like I was just meeting with Genevieve today. For her, it's dance and movement. And you never know like who needs your medicine until you step into that power and you see the people pouring before you, like I was waiting to receive this medicine. We all have that unique touch. We all have that unique gift. And just being here today to step into what your potential is so powerful because it's you choosing yourself, you choosing your power and fully believing in yourself.
Your higher selves, all of our higher selves, have conversations with us all the time when we go from beta to alpha to theta, delta, and we slip into our REM sleep, and the soul leaves the body, and we have these conversations. But for you to be able to have access to them when you're in a conscious waking state is available to you, absolutely available to you. For you to design the life that you want rather than the default of it's always been this way, it's always going to be this way, I can't seem to get myself out of the way. It's all available to you in the quantum realm. And that's when you consciously allow yourself to go into theta. And Alicia and I did a hypnosis training together a few years ago. When you can bring yourself to that point of mastery of being able to consciously bring yourself into that state, you can have anything that you want.
Yes.
It's extraordinary. And it's interesting because the universe will literally line up people that you need to meet, the places that you need to go, the things that need to happen to help bring you to the highest vibrational experience of your existence. It's just
Mm,
extraordinary.
yes. That's so true. And I think that sometimes when we're in that space of lack, when we're in that space of fear, that's what we end up attracting. It's like, why can't I just sell this? And you get kind of like in this mindset. And the tools and techniques that Lynn supports you in learning is how to unprogram yourself from that mindset. And I feel like one concept is that we're never done growing, we're never done learning. So even as you learn this, there's still more steps. There's always more to learn. There's always more to grow. And there's always going to be new challenges in your way. But it's about creating that foundation for yourself where even when you face these challenges and you get to that goal and you realize that, hey, there's actually more things that I need to learn, that you still have that solid foundation for yourself, for your business, where you can constantly keep growing and keep going in a way that feels good for you.
Absolutely. So, my love, what did you want to start out with? Do you want to go into meditation now? Do you want to do that later?
I think I'm going to end off with the meditation. We could kind of go into like some of the lesson from Activation Abundance and like kind of go into detail in parts that we didn't go into in the previous masterclass for anyone who's overlapping between classes.
Okay, great.
Yay.
Who attended the last class?
I know Artie did, but I don't know if anyone else did.
Okay. It doesn't look like
Yeah.
anything.
And I know that some people will be watching the replay. Shout out to you guys too.
Shout out to everybody who's touching the replay.
Yeah.
Did you want me to simulcast this inside of the Quantum Living Experience group?
Oh yeah, you could totally do that. Do you need to be host to do that?
I am host. We are
Oh, you switched me to host, I believe.
no, we're co-hosts.
Oh, co-host. Yay.
Made you a co-host.
Yes.
All right, let me
Yes.
send an event. Share on my timeline, share on my group. Whoops. Okay, hold on. I
Okay, I
need
was
to,
just sharing my screen.
okay, it dropped me out of the place where I was getting us on Facebook.
Oh,
Hold
is it
on.
because I shared my screen or no?
Yeah, don't worry, I'm back. I'm good. We're good.
Okay.
Quantum. Hold on a second. Soma Life. There are so many Soma Life groups. Hold on a second. Soma Life. Soma Life. Quantum.
Yes.
Quantum Living Experience. Here we go.
Okay. So
Go.
while you do that, I'm just gonna kind of start hopping in a little bit. Okay, perfect. I just got the notification that it's live streamed.
I'm just going to have to mute so we don't have it in stereo, babe.
Okay, perfect. And if you want to chime in any places, just let me know because I would love for you to like, kind of explain a little bit more about the quantum field and like kind of
Just going to
grasp
have to mute so we
into
don't.
that reality.
Okay, hold on.
There you go. I got you. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to begin just by talking about the three soul keys of marketing. So, one of the intentions for tonight is really to connect you guys to the potential soul business that you're creating. So, one of the things that I've really leapt into now is that I love traveling. I love working remotely in different places around the world. I love just exploring and not and having my own like schedule and kind of setting things within my own boundaries. And I feel like the workspace is evolving in so many ways now where you can really create this source of income for yourself in so many different ways. So for me personally, I started my online psychic business in 2019. And since then, I've had the opportunity to connect to over 250 clients, and I've created a system for myself where, regardless of wherever I'm traveling, as long as I have internet access, as long as I have my computer, I'm able to serve my clients and I'm able to also host retreats. I'm able to do things in person as well. So, and I'm able to also sell offers to different people who are interested in my programs as well to kind of make sure that I'm making a certain amount per month. So, this is the freedom of truly stepping into your soul business and creating a way to connect to people online. Even if the bulk of your program is in person, for you to be able to do this outreach to clients, even while you're traveling, this is an important part of the process. So essentially, one of the things that I want to touch upon is like the marketing funnel. So one of the things that we need to think about is like, how are you getting people to connect to you? Who's coming into your email list? How can you start conversations with these people? So in this, you really need to think about what value do you want to share with other people? So for me personally, I have this like online offering, which is like a free ebook that I give people where they sign up for my offerings and then they're kind of like gated into my email system. Since I started this system, I now have about 300 emails. But the key to this is that I have 300 emails of people that are interested in specifically what that offering is. So this leads to helping people to uh, connect to you in terms of awareness, in terms of awareness of what you do. You're giving education, you're giving value to people. One of the key elements to soul marketing is that you're sharing your energy with other people. You're expressing yourself and you're showing people what unique medicine you have to offer. So even if it's something where you can only, do retreats or you can only do one-to-one events in person, like as long as you're giving people a sneak preview or some sort of description, some sort of way that they can understand your program and how they're going to be activated. When you start to think of things through a impact perspective, people always look for the why. Why would they do this program with you? Why would they decide to go on this retreat? Why would they invest in themselves in this way? You know? So when you start really considering your why and really start embodying that purpose and start thinking like, why do you want to host that Reiki session? Why do you want to people to sign up for your hypnotherapy sessions? You can start working on your messaging because through your messaging is how people will get to connect to your own energy and will be able to step into your realm of healing. Is there anything you wanted to add on to that, Lynn?
When you look at this from the quantum perspective, there's the very 3D aspect of dealing with people, dealing with what it is that you're selling, how you're going to make an impact on social media. But from the quantum perspective, it's really about the energy of who you are, the energy of the message that you're delivering to people. That's what's really going to connect people to you. You can send out emails, you can have master classes, you can teach classes, you can have clients, you can have referrals, you can set up affiliate links for people. if you bring someone into my program, I'll pay you a percentage. But more than anything, when you're dealing with the quantum realm, it's what is the energy that you're pulling out is literally going to draw the clients that are meant for you to you. Does that make sense?
Yes. Does anyone have any questions about that concept? Yay. Okay, awesome. If any of you guys have a question throughout the presentation, you can always do that hand raising button and then we'll kind of pull you in. Or if you want to relate this to like what you're doing and you have a specific question of how you can apply this to what your specific offering is, we could do a little bit of hot seat coaching too. Yes. So exactly what Lynn said, this is really about allowing people to step into your quantum realm with understanding your energy and understanding like how this is going to help with their transformation. Because at the end of the day, this is an investment for them. However it is that they're working with you, they want to understand your energy. And as you continue to expand outward and you're connecting to more people, even throughout the world, it's like, how do you share this with this many people, you know? Like, even within the past 2 weeks, Lynn and I have maybe connected with like, I want to say like at least 80 people, you know, and in helping them with connecting to our messaging, connecting to what we're doing. And it's like those impactful connections are really what help people to be pulled in and magnetized into what you have to offer. So this goes back to the concept of attraction marketing, where you're magnetizing your ideal client by being that authentic expression of yourself, by being exactly who you are and really understanding your demographic with who you call in, really understanding like the energy of the person who comes to you. And so,
Understand that spirit really has their hand in this.
yeah,
There are people that are looking for exactly what it is you do. There are people that are going to be able to relate to you at your frequency, of your history, of your present, and of what it is you want to create for the future. And as long as you keep, time doesn't occur in a linear fashion where there's the past, the present, the future. Time is almost more like a slinky that's up and down. We move in the spiral. We're spiraling up. And when you have decided what it is that you're here to serve, how you're here to serve, what your sole purpose is, the universe will say, fabulous. Now that you've figured out what it is you want to do, they will bring people to you. That's a huge part of attraction marketing.
yes, exactly. And it's really that going back to the three soul keys of marketing, it's that alignment with yourself that truly attracts the people to you and what you have to offer. And I feel like a lot of you are guys are at this place where you're in alignment, where you kind of understand this unique medicine that you have, and you understand that there are people who want to connect to your energy. The next part is that expression and expansion. You know, it's like, how will you actually magnetize people to sign up for that high ticket offering, you know? And when you start offering and opening up that space and that container, and it feels so good when someone signs up for that, because it's not like, you know, you're just slaving your hours away to do this thing that you're not passionate about, you know, like this is literally your soul's purpose, and it feels so good, like so energetically good, so juicy, like, you know, it's one of the most beautiful feelings when someone comes to you for exactly what you're here on this earth to do. It's like a different level of aligning yourself with your potential.
So
So
much of this is about doing the inner work. There is there are places where that we have avoided our whole lives, things that we don't want to talk about, things that we don't want to take a look at, things that we've tried to bury in the back of the closet. And when you begin that journey of healing within the quantum realm, what you're doing is you're literally going back and you're changing the entire trajectory of your life. I like to call it going back to the future. You literally can go into back to when the source event occurred for you. And when you heal that and bring that forth, it changes everything. When you have that kind of consciousness in the work that you're doing, people are going to feel that. they're always going to want to be a part of what it is that's new and exciting that's happening. And when they can see that you're transforming, when they can see that you're evolving, when they can see that your expression of yourself is changing in the world, everything elevates.
Yeah, that's so true. And it is that like quantum level healing, you know? It's something where I fully believe that like our soul businesses, our expression exists like on the fifth dimension. And what we're really doing is tapping into that realm to see, who am I? What expression am I there in order to call it in? How can I tap into that frequency to bring that down to earth in order to express it and do exactly what the universe intends for me to do? And there's so many different studies about like quantum physics where they're finding this overlap with like spirituality as well, and it's such a wide realm that we're starting to tap into. And the more that you tap into this, the more that you realize that this is all working in this rhythm, this is all working in this way that when we understand it, we're able to kind of step into that frequency. We're able to really embody exactly like what it is that our potential is in that realm, which is so beautiful. Yay. So, like I said before, like that alignment piece comes from tapping into that quantum realm, comes into tapping into that 5D. Like, what is my highest potential for what my soul's purpose is? How can I achieve that ascension into that place where I can be exactly where my soul wants to be on that level? What is that work that it will bring me that abundance and that income, but it also feels so good and so aligned with my soul? And it's really that inner contemplation. And often, what I do with my clients to help them find the soul purpose is kind of walk them through this activity where they kind of find the overlap of what they love doing slash would do for free slash what are they good at and what the world needs, and finding this kind of overlap within themselves. And some of us like already know and understand and feel what this pull is, and for some people they're still kind of grappling between these circles. But when you really sit down and step into this alignment, you're fully able to connect and make sense of what it is that you're doing here. For me personally, on this process, it was so interesting because I was in this place where, I was interested in the psychic work and I saw the value of it. And Lynn actually helped me to heal some really serious family traumas that I had in my life. And then also at the same time, I was like in this marketing world. And for me to find like the balance between this all, where I'm now helping like entrepreneurs step in to their own purpose through like psychic means and also learning marketing techniques together. It's like my unique juice and medicine. And we all have that unique combination, you know? So, really taking the time to sit with yourself and see what is that unique medicine that helped you to heal in your life, because it looks different for everyone. What was that like for you, Lynn, like in finding it?
It was really fascinating. I didn't know why I knew things. I didn't know why I could always feel things that seemed otherworldly to me. And I took a trip to, to Israel, and we were in a graveyard. It's called the Mount of Olives. It's this very famous graveyard across from the city of David. And I walked over to a grave, and everyone was touching this grave. So I was like the last person to make my way over from the bus. It was Israel. It was like 113 degrees out. I was probably 50 pounds heavier than I am now. I was hot, fat, and miserable in Israel. And because you're in a graveyard, you have to wear layers of clothing and you can't look men in the eye. And it was this whole thing. So, and you can't wear leather and you can't step on the gravestones. And there's like this much space in between. So I amble my way over to this huge gravestone. And it's this beautiful color blue that I love. And people are putting their hands on the grave, and someone's, reading the story of the guy in the grave. And I put my hands on the grave, and all of a sudden this golden shaft of light comes, and surrounds me like a laser beam thing. And the guy in the grave starts talking to me, and I'm thinking, what happened? I hadn't taken any like crazy drugs. This couldn't be like an LSD flashback. I'd never done that. Like what on earth was happening? And the guy in the grave starts talking to me. And I'm like, wow, that was a trip. And then a few months later, I'm visiting with my best friend Veronica in San Francisco. And all of a sudden I'm like, Veronica, there's somebody here in the room. They want to talk to you. And I started having a full-on conversation with someone that she had worked with who had crossed over. And at the end, she said to me, I didn't know you could talk to the dead. And I said, neither did I. And it was just one of those things where it was like a full-on Claire audience is wide open and they're talking to me and I'm having these conversations. If you had ever told me that was going to happen, no way. If you had ever said to me, you're going to leave your banking and finance career and you're going to end up doing this for a living, I would have told you were absolutely insane. But sometimes the soul contract that you sign before you ever get to planet Earth is so strong that you are compelled, like the blood of Jesus compels you. You are so compelled to do something. These things start opening up. You just, I remember the first time I heard a voice from spirit that said, take an extra pair of stockings to work. And, after the third time I heard it, I'm like, fine. I remember shoving them in my purse thinking, why am I taking extra stockings? Being invited out to lunch, going out to lunch where I normally didn't have lunch, sitting on a wooden chair, standing up, my stockings ripped and going, wow. So you will definitely have ways in which your soul will kind of be coddled, directed, nurtured into opening up what your gifts are. You are here with a purpose. And, I'm all about helping people find out what that is for them and how it is that they're meant to contribute to humanity. Because honestly, everybody, we're all meant to be happy. We're all meant to have everything we ever wanted, whatever that thing is for you, whether it's getting married and having family and kids, whether it's healing through your dynamic, whether it's getting on stages and speaking to people, whatever that is, you came down here with a signed soul contract in golden angel blood saying, this is what I'm going to accomplish. And it's feasible. If you've had a dream for something to happen, God planted that dream within you and you're meant to bring that forth. Was that your question? I don't remember what your question was.
That was perfect.
I just get so excited about the stuff
Yeah, no, exactly. It was just about like your soul's purpose and stepping into it.
Yeah,
I think
you can't avoid your soul's purpose. And if you do, you go, when you die and you go to reincarnate, you go back to the end of the line. Thank you, Terry. You're so sweet. You just go back to the end of the line and you get to come back and do it all over. But,
yeah.
You can't avoid the destiny that you have already agreed to. We all have agreed to stuff before we ever got here. And that's what you're here to do. And Alicia and I could not possibly love her more. And I can, and I will. And, we are here to do this work together. We are like these goddesses, dancing naked in the rain.
But we don't actually do that.
No, we don't.
In this class.
Not in this class. That's another.
Not in this class. That's the next one.
But we're here to bring the magic back to life. And every single one of you has magic. You're not here if you're not a magical creature. Like it's impossible,
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think that sometimes the stepping into our soul's purpose can be the scariest thing, It's like the perceived stability of like, the 9-to-5 job like entices you, the perceived scariness of just stepping into that realm of being seen and really embodying that work. It's frightening, it's not the same game as like just writing out your resume and applying to a job. It's actually building the foundation for yourself. And there's so many different pieces, and some of it can be confusing. Some of it can be complex. There's so many different pieces to think about, but it's like, once you create the foundation for yourself, there's just so much freedom in that. There's so much, empowerment and actually doing the work that you're here to do. And sometimes we get lost and strayed. And when we're in those situations where we're in a job that does not resonate with our soul, like we know it, we feel it, like we fully feel that energy that doesn't connect, and it feels monotonous. It feels like something that we're not supposed to do. And it it's literally your soul calling you into the situation that it's supposed to be in, which is you creating the abundance for yourself in the reason why your soul chose to be here on this earth. This is your earth mission. This is what you were assigned to do. And there's a reason you're being pulled in this direction. And it's about you trusting that and really stepping into that world. So, yeah. Yay. So, yeah, so one of the next pieces that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of some insight about marketing in some ways as well, and basically how we step into this realm of kind of like attracting people to what we have to offer, and just kind of learning about some of the systems that Lynn and I have set up that helps us to support, calling people in this direction, in this way, and something that you guys can use as well in throughout your business. And then we're going to step into that quantum level healing. So, yeah, if anyone has any questions or comments or anything so far, you could drop it into the chat, or raise your hand if you have anything as well. But yeah, so one of the things that we discussed is tapping into our soulmate client. So essentially, like, our soulmate clients are individuals that can typically relate to us because we were them in the past, like it's essentially we've gone through this quantum leap. We're at this new space in our life where we've personally healed so many traumas. We've energetically stepped into this space where we're happier in our lives. We were able to overcome whatever it is. And these soulmate clients usually are people who are starting their journey, who are looking for some type of medicine, some sort of answer. They're in that place of seeking, and you're going to be their guiding light. You're going to be their way shower. You're going to be the solid foundation for themselves to go back to. So often our soulmate clients are a version of ourselves before we went through that healing process, and you're going to be that person that your mentor was to you. You're going to be that middle ground for them and where they want to be. And at the end of the day, you can only show someone so much, or you can only support someone so much, and it's up to them to really take that leap. It's up to them to meet themselves the rest of the way, but you're there to guide them. So in order for us to know who our soulmate client is, we must connect to that version of ourselves that was in the place of seeking the answer. We must connect to that version of ourselves that needed to go on that healing journey. And by tapping into that, we can kind of feel the language. We could see what were those missing pieces that you can speak to through your expression in marketing. Is there anything you wanted to add on to that, Lynn?
You call in soulmate clients through your frequency. So much of this is energetic frequency. When you stay positive, when you don't complain, when you, like Abraham Hicks talks about, choose a better feeling thought, when you do all of that, you are attracting people to you. It's just so much energetics. So much energetics.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you're all fully capable of it.
Yeah, and it's like meeting someone at that frequency, and knowing that they it's about like being able to put yourself back on that level to connect to that person, and knowing that there is literally a soul contract with you and that client, that you're meant to help them, you know? When you see the transformation that your students have when they come before you, that is literally a soul connection where you were able to help them transform in a way that no one else could. And there's nothing that's more powerful than that when you step in to that potential of yourself being that teacher. So, yeah, to get down to some of the deeper elements about marketing and things like that, some of the best methods for client outreach are email marketing, social media marketing, and website. So these are essentially some of the tools that Lynn and I are going to be stepping into in the course that we're having in December and January. And we're really going to go into the depth of setting up these systems for ourselves, setting up what our unique branding looks like, setting up like how we want to connect and communicate with these clients, how we want to, express our soul's purpose to these people, because that's really what they're going to connect to is your mission. They're going to connect to what you're here to do. They're going to connect to your why. So setting up these systems are just, the 3D way of helping people to connect to your energy. So, like I said before, social media is kind of like the entrance way of helping people to just get to know you, getting connected to what you have to offer. And it's also like a free channel of authentically expressing yourself, you know? And for you to find a rhythm with your social media that feels really good to you, that feels really aligned, there's so many different ways that you could go about it. And there's so much potential. Like, I literally just posted, so I did this retreat to Salem, Massachusetts this year, and we were posting about it the whole time. Like, all of the girls were posting about it, and everyone was so excited that was there on the trip. And we posted the dates for next year, and we only have 7 slots available. And just from one post of just being like, oh, hey, if you guys were interested in like the retreat this year, there's an opportunity for you guys to sign up. So because we were posting so much about it during the retreat, when I posted the interest form, I got 12 signups already for people who are interested in going on this retreat, which like basically like oversells the program, you know? And that shows like when you are so energetically connected and so passionate about what you're doing, and you're genuinely creating this space for other people, it's like the universe will connect you to those people that have that unique medicine connection to what you have to offer. So yeah, I was super excited about it.
Huge congrats.
Yay, thank you. And there's still so much more, there's other pieces to that as well. So it's one thing in getting people to sign up for your offer. It's another thing to create it, because one of the parts that Lynn and I will be going over with in our container is also learning about budgeting too. Because one of the things that I learned is that when I was first doing these higher ticket offerings, especially in-person events, that there's so many costs associated with it that sometimes you don't even realize like how little you're making in some ways, you know? So you're going to be learning like how to budget things accordingly, and how to make it worthwhile for yourself, and how to also feel confident with like sharing your value and worth. And a lot of that confidence comes from these soul level healings that we're going to embark in, these soul level generational healings with unprogramming these beliefs that no, I'm not worthy of this like $1,000 offering, when you're more than worthy of receiving that amount, you know? So yeah, another piece is email marketing. And email marketing is actually proven to be one of the most lucrative methods of income. And it's amazing to see like how much you can make. And it's because those people are signed up for your emails that they had to be so willing to give you their email, that they believe in what you have to offer. And they also are energetically aligned with what you have to offer. So by kind of creating methods of email marketing and things like that as well, it's considered one of the most lucrative channels that you could tap into. Meanwhile, social media is kind of like a shout into the dark, and email marketing is like sitting in front of your close friends, audience, people who really love what you have to offer and stepping into that world. And the last piece is having an aligned website, you know, and this is something Lynn and I have been really diving into as well, because the website is the glue that ties together all of your offerings. And for me personally, I get like maybe 500 hits a month of people like logging onto my website from like all like different places around the world, and this helps me to support and supplement that online income where I am able to connect to people. I have like a lead gate, so I'm constantly attracting more emails. I'm getting people to sign up for my sessions just from having that online presence that supports me in traveling around the world while I'm doing all of this too.
Very
And
quickly, it becomes an international business. I have
yeah,
clients all over Europe. I have clients in Singapore, Russia, South America, North America, Canada, Hawaii, East Coast, West Coast, Italy, France, Spain, England, Germany, Romania. I mean, we all over very, very quickly through the simple act of using social media. You have an international business. It's unbelievable.
yes, exactly. And the website is kind of the glue that adds to your ethos, which is your credibility. It adds to your outreach, which is like a way to connect to people. You basically will have a CRM, which is considered a constituent relations management system. So that's essentially where everyone will be funneled through. And you can also automate a lot of things. Like you can set up an automatic email when someone signs up for one of your programs, they're going to be kind of funneled through. Even if you have like an online video that you want to sell, you want to have an online meditation, it gives you that gateway to constantly stay in touch with your audience. It's like your living portal. So there's so much benefit to that as well. So there's so many different channels that you could tap into, and you're going to find the one that works for you the best. And in this program that Lynn and I are doing, we're going to be really going into detail with how to set these things up for yourself. This is like really perfect for someone who's ready to pivot into their successful business, who's ready to pivot into their marketing, who's ready to pivot into you know, creating a six-figure online business for yourself, like really calling that in and not being afraid and not just saying it, you know, actually putting it into action, actually holding yourself accountable. Like this is going to be an accountable container where we're going to be like, okay, make sure you have this set up and we're going to show you how to do it. Make sure you have that set up and make sure that you're actually launching and announcing your offerings, you know. This is going to set you up to have that six-figure year of abundance for yourself. So, yeah, I'm so excited.
You know,
Is there
because
yes, continue.
I was going to say because when somebody's done something, you've created a blueprint for it, and then that's something that that you can teach because you yourself have done it.
Yeah, that's
At
so
least you
true.
took this picture of me. I asked her one time. I said, "Why do you take such beautiful pictures of me?" And she said, "Because you healed me. I can see your light." So gorgeous.
Yay. Yeah, and that's so true. And that's the same with your clients, you know, like they're going to see your light, they're going to be attracted to you and what specifically you have to offer. And this process is really about fully believing in yourself, you know? Like if you continue to dance around with maybe I should do it, like this isn't safe for me, you know, you're going to trap yourself in that mindset, and the universe is like rewards you the most when you take that leap, you know? And that's exactly what this class is about. It's about taking the leap, it's about setting up the systems for yourself, it's about having that support for you in this process where it can be frightening, you know, and just, you know, connecting to people who've actually been through that. There's this amazing coach, her name is Steph Gingy. And
Steph
she's
Snyder.
yeah, she's $1 million coach now, and she says, like, one of the greatest
She's a $12 million coach. She's done
$12 million
a
coach,
million
you
a
know?
month. Yeah.
Yeah, which is incredible, doing the same work that we're doing. And it's like one of the greatest things that she said that really stuck with me is when you open up a mastermind to people, and this is what you know, the offering is, it's essentially a mastermind where it's going to be 8 different classes in a group of students that are also like all going through the same process together. When you open up this container, you're giving people access to each other, you're giving people accountability. Like, are you going to set up this system for yourself? You're giving people the space to really set up the foundation of their business, to launch into your next phase of abundance, whether it's you're first starting out and you want to make like $5,000 a month, or whether you're already mid-level and you want to pivot into 100K years. Like, you can literally do it, you know? And especially with the expertise of Lynn having done this, and even myself helping her to set up the systems, it's like you're going to be given the tools and resources to help you reach into that quantum level of yourself. So we're so excited to support so many beautiful souls on this journey. And yeah, so I'm going to jump into the meditation now. So, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about like the class and the details. So if you guys felt called to, you know, just set yourself up in any sort of way, this meditation and activation is going to be done with the intention of helping you to reach into that quantum realm where you are in complete abundance with your business, where you are completely embodied and activated into your soul's purpose, where you're in this full place of trust with yourself. So we're going to be stepping into that intention. So I ask you all right now just to silence your phones for this experience so it doesn't disturb you. And also energetically, we all know phones do funky things. So just put that phone on airplane mode while we step into this experience.
I have to take my Apple Watch off because it vibrates. And I literally was sitting at dinner and the phone kept going zzz, zzz, zzz. I have to take it off for meditation. All right, muting.
Yes. Okay, perfect. And if anyone, okay, perfect. If you feel called to take your camera off, you can. And when we come back, we're gonna have people put their camera back on. I'm just gonna plug in my computer really quick too, just so it doesn't die on us. So please hold for 1 second while I do this. It's plugging in my computer. Okay. So we're going to start now by just finding a grounding space wherever you are. Just take a moment to sit with your spine upright. And if you feel called to, you can place your palms upward to be in the space of receiving any energy, receiving any activation. And we're going to begin now with 3 deep cleansing breaths. And when we breathe in through the nose, we're going to welcome in pure, positive white light into our sacred bodies. And when we exhale out through the mouth, we're going to let go and release anything that no longer serves us. And we're going to begin now with a deep inhale in through the nose, calling in the sacred white positive light, calling in this divine energy, feeling it working through our lungs, and breathing out through the mouth, just letting go and releasing anything that no longer serves you. And one more time, we're going to do a deep inhale in through the nose, calling in the sacred positive white light into our bodies, feeling this energy, feeling this activation working through our throats, working through our lungs, and releasing out through the mouth, just letting go of anything that no longer serves you. And one more time, we're going to do this deep inhale in through the nose, calling in this white positive light, calling in this beautiful energy, feeling this energy working through our bodies, through our lungs, feeling this divine activation, this divine acceptance, and breathing out through the mouth, releasing any anxiety, releasing any tension from the day, letting go of any thoughts that are intrusive, anything that no longer serves us in this moment. Just taking a moment to place our awareness within ourselves, within our mind, noticing any chatter in the mind, taking a moment to just release and let go, taking a moment to settle into your own peace, settling into this moment of clarity, of connection. You begin to feel through the top of your head this beautiful purple and white cleansing light. You can feel this light gently working its way down towards the top of your head, gently massaging and letting go of anything that you're feeling, anything that is resisting you from your connection and communication to the spiritual world. Taking this moment just to be open to your activation, be open to your potential of feeling into this realm of pure openness, of pure connection to spirit, of pure connection to yourself. Feeling this unlimited potential right now working through your mind, working through the top of your head, feeling this energy working its way down towards your forehead, feeling this energy stopping towards the middle of your forehead, allowing you to cleanse and purify any energy towards the middle of your forehead, allowing you to tap in to the frequency of your third eye. If you feel called to, you may gently place 2 fingers towards the middle of your forehead and just gently tap to activate your third eye. Gently tap or massage, whatever you feel called to. Just feel this energy moving through, feeling that gentle activation, allowing you to see more deeply into the spiritual realm, allowing you to see more deeply into your energy of potentiality, allowing you to see more deeply into this energy of activation, feeling this light, feeling this energy working through you now, settling into this realm of activation, of energy, of stepping into your highest truth, your highest light now. And you can feel this light working its way down now, down past the tip of your nose, down to your lips, down to your chin, and now working its way in to your throat area. Taking this moment to just feel this light working through your throat, allowing you to take a moment to step into this activation within your throat energy. Taking this moment to truly step into this energy within your throat. Taking a moment to step into this awareness of anything that's been preventing you from expressing yourself, from expressing your soul's energy. Anything that's been preventing you from communicating clearly, from communicating freely, stepping into this power within your throat, within your voice, and stepping into this phase of acceptance and this phase of power and this phase of frequency, stepping into all you have to share towards the world, stepping into the power of this voice now, and just breathing out through the mouth any doubt you're holding on to, any fear of resistance that you're holding on to, any energy of feeling small, of feeling less than, of feeling like you're not capable of speaking up for yourself, of speaking up for what you believe, just breathing that out now through the mouth. Just letting that go. Feeling that energy working its way down more deeply now and working its way now into your heart area. Taking a moment now to just feel this energy working through your heart. Taking a moment to feel this energy stepping into your heart space. Taking a moment to feel full ownership working its way through this sacred heart of yours. Allowing yourself to let go of any energies where you feel like you are not good enough. Taking a moment to let go of any energies where you feel past relationships keeping you small. Taking a moment to just energetically let go and release any feelings of self-hatred within your heart. Taking a moment to remove any of these barriers from your heart. Allowing yourself to step into this frequency of activation, this frequency of self, this frequency of power, this frequency of light, this frequency that you deserve, this full potential for yourself, this frequency that you deserve to be filled to the brim with your own self-love and power, this frequency that you deserve to be flowing in abundance with this love so you can pour into the hearts of others. If you feel called to in this moment, you can gently massage your heart by your chest to just allow in any energies, any frequencies into the sacred heart of yours. Just taking this moment to nurture yourself and nurture your power here in this moment. Feeling this light activation and feeling this much lighter feeling being brought into the body. And you can feel this light now working its way down further, taking a moment to step into the energy right above your belly button, taking this moment to feel this activation, to feel this feeling of this divine soul's purpose of your solar plexus unfolding. You can feel the light shooting forward from this energy, connecting you deeply to the energy, to the realm of your soul's purpose. Taking this moment now to lean into this feeling, into this potentiality, into this feeling. And you can feel this light unfolding now, bringing you the confidence, bringing you the alignment, bringing you the truth of stepping into exactly where you're meant to be. And just breathing out through the belly to release any feelings of not being worthy of stepping into this version of yourself. Breathing out any doubt that you have that you can't do this, that you're not capable of calling in this abundance for yourself. Any feelings of any resistance of you stepping in to this purpose that you have here in your soul. Breathing out any resistance to anything that you have that is holding you back from stepping in to the highest version of yourself that is bringing the healing forth to the soulmate clients. Stepping into this field of full potentiality. And taking this moment now to feel this light activation working its way into your sacral chakra energy. Taking a moment to just step into the embodiment of your divine sensuality, to step into the realm of potentiality of your sacred sensuality within you. Taking a moment to feel this energy, to feel this light working through you. And taking a moment to feel this divine creativity that wishes to be expressed, the divine creativity, the divine feminine energy, the divine masculine energy working through you, finding its own balance here. Knowing that you are more than full, more than complete of this loving energy in your own. That you are able to step into this world, that you are able to step into this realm, and that you so deserve it. And you can feel this energy working its way down more deeply now, working its way down past your knees, working its way down to your feet, and wrapping around your feet in a cord of light, connecting you down to Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, this beautiful place in which we've chosen to walk through. You can now feel this energy working its way from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet, anchoring you down to Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, this beautiful place in which you've chosen to walk through. You can now feel this energy of potentiality, allowing you to reach up further now, taking this moment to step in to this quantum realm together, taking a moment to feel this energy reaching upward, allowing yourself to feel your soul expanding upward from the top of your head, reaching further, higher than before. Taking a moment to feel your energy reaching upward into this realm, into this space, being lifted up further now into the clouds, into this space of connecting to your fullest potential, into this space of allowing yourself to enter into the field of potentiality, the field where anything can be called in, where your greatest desires can be anchored in. You take a moment to just feel yourself floating weightlessly in this realm of light, in this realm of calling yourself into this space. As you take a moment to anchor yourself into this field, you take a moment to see this light path unfolding before you, taking a moment to visualize this path unfolding before you now. You take this moment to just begin to ground yourself in this path, to feel this potential unfolding before you. As you begin to walk through this path, you can begin to feel this tingling sensation towards the bottom of your feet, this tingling sensation that is guiding your feet towards this field of unfolding your heart's desire, of unfolding your highest potential timeline for yourself. Taking this moment to reach upward and taking a moment to feel what it feels like to walk the shoes of the version of yourself that chose themselves, the version of themselves that chose to dedicate yourself to your healing, the version of themselves that chose to learn, the version of themselves that chose to invest in yourself, the version of themselves that chose to embody their soul purpose. Taking a moment to step into this activation, to step into this energy, and see this path of life unfolding before you. As you begin to walk down this pathway, as you begin to walk down this field of belief, this field of embodiment, this field of energy, this field of divine activation that you deserve. Taking this moment now to allow your guides to bring you towards this field and feeling their energy welcome you in to your potential. Feeling your guides bringing you into the space of knowing that you deserve all of this to come true, that you deserve this activation. Allowing your guides to take you into the space of love, the space of showing you that you are the way, you are the light already. You are more than capable of fulfilling your soul's purpose. Take this moment now to allow them to show you, to remind you, to remember why you are here, to remember why you chose to incarnate on this earth, to remember what is the depth of the work that you're here to do. Take a moment now to feel this activation. Take this moment now to remember why you came here. Take this moment to activate and be with your guides, to allow them to show you the reason why you came here, to align yourself with this truth, and to feel the power of your being, to feel the power of who you are. And in this journey with your guides, allow them to show you who are the people that you're going to be impacting. Who are the people that you are here to serve? Remembering that your life is of service. Remembering that you are here for a mission. Remembering that God wants you to fulfill this mission. Remembering that the universe is here to support you in fulfilling your mission. What does this timeline look like where you took the leap? What does this timeline look like where you chose to learn? What does this timeline look like where you really dedicated yourself to this purpose? And taking a moment now to choose the doorway of yourself and open up the doorway to this life. What does this house look like that you've called in? Where are you living? Where are you traveling to? What have you done with this abundance that you've called in? What have you done with this amazing life that you've created for yourself? How are you helping your loved ones? How are you giving back to the sacred earth? Taking this moment to bow before this remembrance and bow before the intention for why you chose to be here. And take this moment now to integrate with the version of yourself that has walked through this doorway towards their healing, the version of herself that has walked through the doorway of her power, feeling this infinite potential now, stepping in to the infinite potential of you. You could take this moment now just to integrate with these energies. You may begin to feel these tingling sensations towards your hands and your shoulders. This is just the energy of your fifth dimensional self, activating and integrating with your body, allowing these two quantum fields of yourself to merge into this activation, into this potential, into this realm of accepting yourself. You could begin now just to gently wiggle your toes and fingers, feeling this activation working through you more deeply. You could begin now just to wiggle your shoulders back, just to feel yourself welcoming back in the body, being so gentle with yourself. You may still feel this tingling sensation towards your fingertips. This is just the energy settling in, reminding you of your potential. You could begin now, just welcoming yourself back with 3 breaths. Feeling this energy, feeling this activation, welcoming in to this space, welcoming into this potential. Feeling this energy working through you now. Taking this moment just to feel this divine integration with yourself. Taking this moment to feel this acceptance. To feel this power in your space now. You could begin now, when you feel called, just to open your eyes. Slowly integrate back into the body. Just taking this moment now to come back.
It's really,
Wow.
really beautiful.
Yay.
Genevieve had to
Oh,
hop off.
yes, no worries. Yes. So excited. How's everyone feeling?
Great.
Yeah. Does anyone feel called to share anything that kind of came to them during that experience or anything that they felt? Any sharers? If not, that's okay too. I know it's a lot when you're integrating with these energies, and sometimes you just want to really be with that experience, and that's beautiful as well, you know? And even if you want to type, Laura Lee said, this felt like a tsunami of power. She also said the F word, but I skipped it. But Linda said it. Oh, yeah. That's what it feels like when we step into our quantum realm. That's what it feels like when we step into our potential. That's what it feels like when we are really stepping into this version of ourselves, and we have to trust, you know? And sometimes we have so many different blockages, and going through an experience like this really helps us to reach in to knowing that this energy already exists within us, that the universe is really just having you tap into yourself. We're just the guides that are pointing you back to yourself, because you have the answers, you have the healing, you have exactly what you need to tap into. And it's really about tapping into this version of you. So, yeah. Yeah. If anyone else wants to drop anything into the chat, that they wanted to share, anything they felt, that's totally fine too. Or if you want to write a little bit just to unfold like some of your experience. Lynn and I are going to talk a little bit more in detail about that class and that course that we're going to be hosting in December and January. So if there's anything else you guys wanted to share, my dog's really excited about it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that experience, and I got some private messages as well from people who just thanked me for that too. And it's totally fine, whatever you feel comfortable with sharing, that it's completely up to you. So yes.
Mm.
So yeah. So the name of the program that Lynn and I are going to be doing together, it's called Your Year of Abundance Mastermind. So essentially what this program is, it's going to be pivoting your business to the next level. So imagine this class that we just did, we very much gave you like surface level explanations of things and activations, but what we're going to be doing in this course is a lot more in depth, and it's going to be more intensive. So we kind of view it as like getting your master's degree in spiritual entrepreneurship, because we're essentially going to be doing 8 courses that are going to intensely take you on this journey of activating yourself. It's going to be really about you creating the foundation for your business. You're going to be learning about marketing systems. You're going to be learning about quantum level healings that you could do to help build your foundation. You're going to be planning your year so that you're able to create abundance for yourself in a way that supports you in traveling the world, that supports you in creating income online, that supports you in doing your soul's mission. And that's really the intention here, is to set you up in every single way so that you can build this deep foundation of your business. So Lynn and I have actually done this program already last year, and one of our students, her name is Christina. She actually ended up going viral on TikTok. She's made like over like $90,000 within that year of doing the program, I believe. She has like a high ticket offer that she's doing her own mentorship program. And she's basically in the space where she has learned all of these techniques about how to create graphics, how to create an email system, how to strategize and launch your different offerings, how to keep people engaged in your email list. And she's also thinking about running retreats now as well. I have a friend, Deanna, who did kind of like a one-on-one mentorship with me through this. And now she's planning her own mentorship program. She's also like launched 5 people into her program of like wellness and fitness, which is her high ticket offering, and I helped her to create that offering. And she's also in the space where she's hosting her own retreat as well. So there's so many different potentials when it comes to stepping into this program, and it's really about you dedicating yourself to this potential of learning. So it's 8 90-minute classes with your classmates. So it's going to be one collective cohort of people. There's weekly meditations. There's going to be access to this exclusive community. You're going to be learning some intuitive techniques, which is similar to sort of what I took you guys to, which is like launching into the quantum realm. So the reason why we learn these techniques is so that it could help us with having a toolkit, like when we go through any sort of issues that can arise. This essentially gives us some tools and techniques that helps us reach into that quantum realm. We're going to be able to practice with other students. We're going to create our own offerings. There's going to be like website design tutorials, email marketing tutorials. We're going to create our own budgets together. And there's going to be like a money magic workbook. And it's essentially going to help you to build the solid foundation of your business that's going to help you set yourself up for success. And yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be such a powerful offering. And I'm going to give you guys an example of what the classes are going to look like. So essentially, like right now I'm working with this mentor as well, and her name is Melissa. So just to give you an example of how expensive these programs can be, this program that I've invested in, and we're pretty much giving you guys the same things, was $20,000 investment for myself. And essentially in this program, I was given access to this community of entrepreneurs, and I've learned like the same tools and techniques that I'm going to teach you guys. So I'm giving you guys like access to like all of the things I have learned from my mentor, and also with Lynn's mentor, where she's invested over $30,000 in her mentor as well. So essentially, like, this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to be given like these courses where essentially like it's going to be dripped out. So we're going to go through them together. So the first one, for example, can be like, it's going to be like setting up your budgeting for next year or something like that, or like healing your any blockages that's preventing you. So it might be like generational healing. So the first module is going to be like about generational healing, and you're going to get access to these videos, but then also there's going to be like worksheets that we go through together, and we're going to be doing this together as a group. So we're going to be meeting Wednesdays. And what's the time again, Lynn, that we're meeting at?
6 to 8.
6 to 8, yes. So essentially, like in that container, 6 to 8:30. Sorry, 90 minutes was the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So 6 to 8:30, and it's going to be
No, that's
Wednesday.
that would be 6 to 7:30 is 90 minutes.
Oh, 7:30. Okay, you're right. Okay, 6 to 7:30. So, essentially, like, what we're gonna be doing is, like, during each of these classes, we're gonna be having, those, like, group coaching calls where we're all gonna be together in this setting, and we're gonna be going through different exercises in this group setting together, where you're gonna be able to kind of, learn these techniques. We're gonna go through it together, so you're not alone. We're gonna be learning these different techniques, and it's gonna be very hands-on, where you're actually going to be creating your own offerings, your own high ticket offerings. You're going to be creating the materials for it, the graphics, and we're also going to be helping you with the launch. So essentially what a launch is when you create like a high ticket offering program, and the launch is when you start advertising it out to people. So you have the potential in this container to make like an abundant amount of money, like what was your highest launch, Lynn?
Over $200,000.
So Lynn's highest launch was over $200,000. My highest launch, I think, was about $15,000. So there is so much potential in earning income through this as well. Like, this is really an investment in yourself, and you have to trust the process. But the foundation that we create through this is going to help you create so much more for yourself. So my highest ticket launch was the $15,000, which was my mentorship program, where essentially, like, I was signing up one-on-one mentorship clients where they had the opportunity to work with me. And I did it in a structure where I basically like connected all of my clients into what time frame worked for them, and I did it all individually. And since then, I've like grown and developed in different ways, and I've learned and I've grown through this process. So it's like, from what both Lynn and I have learned from launching, is how our audience resonates with us, how they connect to our unique medicine and what we have to offer. So we're going to give you the toolkit so that when you're ready to launch whatever your high ticket item is, that you have all of the systems set up where you're able to help more and more people connect to your unique medicine and what you have to offer. So that's like our main program, and we're so excited to help you guys create this source of abundance for yourself. And that's really what it's about. And just to go over the pricing with you guys too, we have three different options. So one of them is the VIP offering. So the VIP essentially has like a deeper amount of access to Lynn and I, and deeper support for you guys in your journey. And we wanted to make this program really affordable so that other people, people can like really step in, because we genuinely want to help people. But, to compensate our time and energy, we of course have to make something as well. So what Lynn and I agreed upon, and we basically wanted to make it in a really affordable container. So this is the program. So it's December 7th to January 25th is going to be the dates of the program. And like we said, it's every Wednesday. And here are the offerings in the container. So for the VIPs, they're also going to get 2 one-on-one sessions with both Lynn and I. So that's a one-on-one session so they're going to be 4 sessions in total. So in December, you're going to meet with me individually, and then you're going to meet Lynn individually. And then in January, you're going to meet with me individually and Lynn individually. So that itself is valued at $1,300. And then you're also going to get an abundance gift box in the mail. And this is going to have a bunch of different goodies, a little notebook, a pendulum, some other little things that we're going to put together for you guys. And it's going to be high end and a luxurious, a beautiful gift box. And then you'll also get unlimited access to both of us on Voxer. So essentially what that is basically Voxer is a talking app. So if you have any questions, like direct questions about things that you're doing, and you just needed additional support, we're going to support support you guys in that container. And then in this offering as well, I'm going to customize different Canva templates for your business, because otherwise you're going to be creating it yourself through the tutorial. But here I'm going to like one-on-one support you in that. And
And
then
there's
the
actually
last,
only two VIP spots left because
yes.
we just sold another one. So there's two left.
Yes. So there's only 2 VIP slots left. And then you're also going to get a custom hypnotherapy recording to help support your journey, where you can listen to it like every day, whatever's aligned. I have one client who I did a custom hypnotherapy session with, and they had a lot of deep traumas, and they literally listened to it. I didn't even know they did this. They recently contacted me. They listened to this recording every day for the past 2 months. And they said that like they had like this, I can't disclose it because it's confidentiality, but they had this weird connection with like a food item that they couldn't eat, and this is just like one example, and they finally were able to like eat that food item, you know. So there's just like so much potential. Like it can help you to reprogram like these limiting beliefs, like things that you're trapped in your mind about, like even like the fear of coming out on social media, things like that. It's going to help you to unprogram those limiting beliefs. So the VIP program is for the VIP slot, it's 2000 2666, correct, Lynn? Okay, so the VIP is 2,666, and the slot for the program itself is 1,666 for the entire program. So there is a payment plan available, and Lynn and I agreed that we wanted to try to make it as affordable as possible. And like I said, some of these programs, like I'm literally, for my mentorship, I'm paying $3,333 per month for this program for 6 months. And like that's how much people invest to like get into these containers. And for this program, we're doing it at a very affordable rate because we really do want people to pivot into their success. Like we really want to hold this container where people can be activated and really help themselves to get to that next level. So we're doing this for $444 for 6 months, is the pricing for that. So,
And I just wanted to add that what you and I charge for sessions is close to $3,000, and the VIP is only going to cost people an extra $1,000. So it's an opportunity to work very closely with us, specifically on what it is that's in the way of you being able to manifest everything that you want within your businesses.
yes. And even like, for example, like a website with me that costs $1,500, but I'm actually going to be teaching you guys how to edit your own website. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create the foundation for yourself online. And just like the potential amount of income that you can gain from this is exponential, you know, like this is really building the foundation where you can potentially invest $1,600 in yourself to then gain $100,000 next year, you know, because that is literally the potential that this has. And we've had clients that have already received like those numbers and those results. So we're really excited to just, you know, intentionally hold this space, intentionally hold this container, and just support people on their journey and literally make this your year of abundance. You know, this is about you investing in yourself, choosing yourself, and really believing that, hey, like this small investment can lead to something so much greater, and really fully believing that you have the capabilities to do that, you know? And even if you have, like, for example, like this program is $1,600. Let's say you have a high ticket offering that's $1,111. If you sell 2 of those slots and we help you to create the foundation for that, you've already paid for the program. You know, like that's how easy it is and how lucrative it can be. And it's just like the potential for this container can really help you to just pivot to that next level. So we're so excited to support you on this journey, to help you with this activation. And, you know, if you have any additional questions or need any additional support, we're here to connect with you all. And I'm going to drop my Instagram in the chat too. So if you guys have any questions, you can connect to me on Instagram. There's going to be like some follow-up emails as well. But if you also want to like connect to either Lynn and I, you can also send us a message and know that we're accessible and that we're here to support you on your journey and any decisions that you wish to make. So I'm so excited. I hope you guys got so much out of today. I really believe that, everyone has this potential to step into this abundance for themselves that they can, when given the right tools, like call this in. And it's such a beautiful journey. And to be able to have support along the way, it makes it less scary and it makes it easier for you to pivot into that level of exponential success. So,
Thank you so much, my love.
yay, thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging in here. Thank you for attending.
Yay.
If there's
And
any
even
questions that you have,
for the
please.
people on Facebook too.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody on Facebook. There were a couple people who commented, some people that asked for the recording.
Oh, that's so great. Oh,
If there's any
Christina,
way
did
that,
you have a question?
No, I was just gonna say thank you. That's why I unmuted.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay.
I think it's so cute that you guys are neighbors in Costa Rica. Costa Rica, it's
So
like someone saying they moved to
exciting.
the US and then, it's like you find out you're both in New York and it makes you neighbors. Alicia, thank you for tonight. Thank you, everybody
you
who
so
attended. Thank you,
much.
everybody who participated. Much love
Yes,
to all of us. If you want to ask any questions, if there's any way that we can be of assistance, please reach out. You definitely know where to find us. I'm going to stop the recording.
yes. And Christina,